the wait is finally over. The Cloud Clover Championship True International Season 2 Indian Qualifiers is onto the track, ladies and gentlemen. The clouds have finally aligned, and we are back because this is actually pretty important because the True International Season 2 is just around the corner. We already got those representatives like PH, also, we got like two teams, even Bhutan are also done with them, much more. So right now, we're kicking things off, and of course, it's gonna be interesting. We're not gonna be alone once again. We are back, the iconic trio. Some people said it is Juan's here, but unfortunately, he's gonna be a stagnant picture. So how's it going, Juan's?
Yeah, it's going great. I was looking forward for the international season 2, and my gosh, here we are, Bolty, for the season 2. We are here for the Indian qualifiers, and here tonight we are gonna witness a lot of matches. But yeah, talking about matches, we did miss one match, didn't we?
Yep.
So how about you, update the audience on the first game, which was supposed to happen?
First game was supposed to happen. It seems like it's gonna be a walkover by Team 7 because it seems like the other team either don't come in or either they just DQ'd on the spot. So we do not know what's gonna be happening further, but all we know that Team 7 will walked over, so they're gonna be moving through the rounds. But as of now, we're getting some teams. That's gonna be the second match. That is gonna be Team Netum Dato. Oh, that's a really, really name one versus Team Senju. So these teams are gonna be clashing off. For now, we do not know. These are usually teams that are not yet out there, but I feel like they're mostly an underdog team. Nobody have known their names, but I hope they can surprise us with their gameplay.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because talking about these two teams, I have never heard about these teams, and this is like a really unique name, Netum Tado, and it's Senju. So yeah, these are like a new team, a new name, and we are looking forward to see what these teams, they bring forth on the table for us to witness. So I'm, really looking forward for tonight's game between these two teams.
Indeed, indeed. And as we are, I feel like the lobby is already set here. And as we're moving to the drafting phase, guys, we are also, gonna be doing 200 diamonds giveaway in this current live stream to open up, the Indian qualifiers of True International Season 2. So we're gonna be, giveawaying 100 diamond each. So in total, that's gonna be 200. Two lucky winners, okay? If you are present in the chat, and then you are active, the night bot is going to be a night bot giveaway system, and if you guys want to earn some diamonds, then be active because any time of the match the winners are going to be selected. So for now, I feel like we can jump into the drafting if our players are ready.
Oh yeah, definitely. It seems like they're still preparing. And talking about the draft, yeah, I'm not really sure on my screen it's still visible just yet. So I'm still,
No, it's not visible yet.
waiting for the draft as well. So yeah, talking about these teams, like I'm like totally new to these two teams, which is Netum Tado and Senju. So I have like little to no information about these teams. So tonight it is going to be a night of observation for me because that's what I love to do. I love to observe the teams and learn about them. So yeah, that is what I'm looking forward to tonight. What about you, Bolty? What are you expecting from these two teams?
Yeah, of course, for you as analysis, you will be quite, excited to analyze those, gameplays and team competition. Basically,
Mhm.
you're gonna do the work of the color. But as of me, I'm pretty hyped up right now because if we can see some good plays, then it's gonna pump my soul up. But as of now, we do not know because drafting is still not appeared. But I'm pretty sure management side, whenever teams are ready, the drafting will appear. But as of now, once I'm pretty excited, these teams maybe they will exceed our expectation. But being an underdog team, okay, uh,
Mhm.
most likely casters, audience, fan bases, we don't have the expectation of what they are going to perform yet, but they could
Yeah.
either perform really bad or they can also exceed our expectation and
Mhm.
eventually make a name for themselves, player wise as well, and also
Yeah.
the team. But for now, man, 2 international stages, bro, we are getting lots of country. In season one, if we rewind in season one, we only have like three, right? Three countries. It was India, it was Indonesia, and Philippines. But as of now, actually a bunch of countries. We even got Laos, we got Cambodia,
Yeah,
Malaysia as well. That's gonna be coming near. Timor Leste as well. So these are going to be new grounds for most of the uprising teams. As for Bhutan, we also have like I'm pretty sure IC Paradise, which in the I'm pretty sure it was like in the Indian Gaming Corps, they were actually having a showdown against LCF, IC Paradise and LCF, but which India triumphed. So I'm kind of pretty excited about our team because they are
yeah,
also really good teams joining the Indian qualifiers.
yeah. And talking about the Indian qualifiers, I'm
Yep.
still, hung over the first season of the True Internationals because we did witness a lot of things in the first season. And, I just want to take a moment and reminisce about the first season because that is something which I can't really get over with because it was the first time that, an organization they hosted like international tournament where countries played off against one another. I feel like for India, this was the first time where they got, play off against Indonesia, against Philippines, and other regions. So, yeah, what do you think about the first season, where we got to witness a lot of things? And man, I still cannot get over those Freya picks from the
Mhm.
side of Philippines and Indonesia. That was something off that, caught the Indian audience literally off guard because that was just not any kind of a normal Freya. It was a Freya with an war axe and a golden staff. So I'm still pretty flabbergasted by all that stuff. So I'm really, looking forward to seeing those kind of unique kind of draft as well in this season as well. So yeah.
Yeah, season two, things are gonna get nasty. I'm pretty sure because new countries gonna be joining us as well. But as for PH, we're not gonna be seeing those bunsuran, etc. anymore because I'm pretty sure they already got their sponsorship from the government because of what True International Season One intended to do. And if they have gotten it, congratulations to them. But as of now, this is season two. There are a bunch of teams that are still looking for that international exposure, and True International season two is existing just for that. And not only it's gonna give sportsmanship or explore different regions, get more experience of players, analyze what regions have on their meta, their micro, their macros. So it's
Mhm.
actually a time for most of our players to be going against each other and hopefully learn something from each other as well, and that is the real. But as for now, in these Indian qualifiers, we are not just providing diamonds, but instead our sponsors, NEXT G, along with Vista, I'm pretty sure Mobile Legends Vista and C3, the ones we're organizing this one, it's gonna be a 10K INR prize pool along with a sweet jersey, sponsored onto the side of Next G. So it's gonna
Mhm.
be quite a blast now. Not only player season one in the Indian qualifiers, we only got like diamond prize pool, but this time it's gonna be INR. So even big teams are looking forward for the prize pool at the same time that international exposure.
Yep. And talking about, like the INR and the, jersey sponsorship from XG, let's not forget about the audience because we do have
Mm-hmm.
audience giveaway as well. So the audience, watch out for, the diamonds giveaway because you might get a chance to win those sweet diamonds and you may, buy yourself some pretty sweet stuff in the game. So yeah, do look out for the giveaway as well.
Yep. Along with that, we're gonna be holding giveaways every night of the showdowns. That's gonna be happening in the future. So I hope you guys tune in as well because you know it's free, basically free. Who doesn't like free stuff? Am I right, once?
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, free stuff is always welcome. But yeah, Balti, we're still waiting for the team, and as I've heard from the management, there is no response from the team, so it seems like we will be here for quite a bit we'll be yapping about a lot of stuff. So we might have to wait like 15 to 20 minutes more until the game begins. So that is something, that is going to be a really conservative conservation that's going to go between us. So yeah, I feel like we can just, take it slow and just yap about stuff.
Yeah. And this time, once we are happy, we are happy to announce that our casting, circle has grown. It's not only gonna be Boltian ones every time of the day. It's also we're gonna have a new set of casters as well. And for this Indian qualifiers, we have three new casters in the desk as well. Not only us, it's gonna be
Mhm.
Debbie, Sebastian, and Champ. They're going to be joining us with the hype casting and the analysis as well. So I'm pretty excited, and I hope you guys are too, because maybe after this game, it's going to be Debbie debut along with Sebastian, I'm pretty sure. So do watch out, because these guys, they're already into like the main stages of Indian tournaments. They've casted
Yep,
in the current Mythic Showdown that's happening right now in India. So
yep,
they are skilled, okay, guys. They are skilled.
yep. And yeah, talking about the casters in season one, it was basically me and you.
Yep.
But this time around for season two, we're bringing more fun. We're bringing in new people, and as you've mentioned, it's gonna be the debut of the Sebastian and Debbie in the next game. So I'm pretty sure the Indian audience, they are quite aware of these two casters, and
Yeah.
Debbie is one of those casters that is like the audience favorite. So you guys might look out for her and her British accent as well, because that is what catches the attention of the audience, and that is something which we dearly love as well. So yeah, I really love like the way Debbie casts and stuff, as well as Sebastian. Man, they're just a complete package. Like they're like a great duo, I'd say.
Yeah, it's not only going to be, analysis being added to the arsenal, but also hype casters. And I'm pretty
Mm,
sure Sebastian can handle both analysis and hype casting. That's why we're
yep.
pretty excited for his debut in this tournament as well. But as of now, keeping, we're not forgetting about Champ as well. Champ is actually a caster. He made his first debut in the Next G tournament where I was casting there. I was streaming and casting at the same time, and he,
Mm,
came in to help me out with analysis. Pretty good guy with analysis and pretty skilled, I should say. So he's also somebody to look out for. So right
yeah.
now, teams, it seems like not much of a response yet from the other team, but as of now, we can also, talk about then the next G LAN tournament that's going to be coming by the end of the year. I'm pretty sure
Mhm.
this winners, let's say the champions and the runner-up, are, I'm pretty sure, not only they're going to be representing the Indian uh, stage into the Indian qualifiers, or the true international stage, but
Yeah.
they're also going to have that free, sweet spot in the round of 64 of the LAN event phase. So
Yeah.
they already got their passes if they win. So we are excited. Don't you think, Lance?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward for the LAN event because
Mm.
personally, I've never been in a LAN event, so that would be like my debut, and that is something I'm really, really excited for and really looking forward to. And talking about LAN events, you do have you have experienced LAN events as a caster, so like why don't you talk about it? Like, how do you feel? Like, what's the difference, between the online tournaments and the difference between a live LAN event?
Honestly, if you're speaking out that once, yeah, I've gotten invited to a local LAN event,
Uh
but
huh.
it doesn't actually live up to the hype, I should say, because of the lack of management, the lack of necessities that aren't provided. But it was
Hmm.
actually an experience for me, because I wasn't casting, but I was actually the host. The first time,
Yeah.
pulling the audience in to, introduce the players and introduce how the tournament works, right? But
Mm.
it was cool. I mean, the tournament kind of, even if it doesn't run smoothly till the end, we got winners, and eventually those winners are
Mhm.
actually Capiz Esports, and basically they are what they are known now today is the Armageddon Esports. They are actually rocking in the Mythic Showdown leaderboards as well, with
Yep.
IGN on top, but the second place it's them. But they've completely got sponsored. They're transitioned from Capiz Esports to Armageddon Esports, but
Yep.
unfortunately, they didn't join this tournament for some reason. I was kind of excited, but it's all right. There's always season 3 that's going to be coming out around the
Hmm.
corner.
Yeah. And yeah, I was kind of stunned when I heard that Megadon aren't joining because they
Yep.
are quite the active teams that constantly join tournaments and like international, like true international is one of those tournaments which you don't want to miss. So that was a kind of a shock as well because they did not join. And our Megadon, man, they have they have a great what should I say? What's the word? I'm not getting the word. It's not rolling out my tongue. So yeah, Armageddon, they're a great team. They have played several tournaments, they've won even the LAN event as you've mentioned. So this is was something me as a caster I was looking forward to see Armageddon participate as well, and make it through the qualifiers and maybe even participate in the international scene. So that's a bit of a shame, I'd say, that we couldn't witness that. But still, we still have a lot of teams that have registered, and we are yet to see what these teams, they bring to the table. So yeah.
Indeed, indeed. And absolutely, there are big teams, okay? There are big teams. A little bit of a spoiler.
There are a lot of teams. Yeah.
Yeah, they're actually big, a lot of teams. I don't actually want to say out their name because let it be a surprise because of course in the upcoming stages of this elimination round that we're currently at, it's gonna be a best of one. But if you make one mistake, then it's gonna cost you a lot. But big teams also have to know because they're basically gonna be underestimating their opponents, right? Because they haven't heard of them. They haven't, there's no internet archives of them playing just yet. Even if they're new, they could be actually a good team. A bunch of old good teams
Mm-hmm.
players come together in one. That could also be the thing. Maybe it's, looking at a synergy play for most time. But this elimination space is actually very scary for big teams as well because they could throw anytime if they're not playing to their fullest. So mainly elimination phase is literally the most important stage where they're going to be representing India, I should say.
And yeah, you've highlighted the points really well because the big teams here, like they might underestimate the smaller teams, which are definitely the underdogs, which we've not heard of or seen play just yet. So they might underestimate them, and they might face the consequence of that. So they have to look out for that. They have to be prepared for any kind of uh, surprise that the underdog teams bring against these top dogs. So yeah, and talking about the underdog and top dog, wasn't there like a recent tournament, the Northeast Underdog Tournament as well? I think that brought a lot of exposure to a lot of teams as well. So is there any team Bolty like from that tournament that is here? Because I want to ask this question to you. So yeah.
I'm pretty sure a few teams that have won the Northeast underdogs in War
Mm-hmm.
Drums. I
Yep.
am pretty sure there is a team that is like a runner-up into like the second season. I think that's gonna be Team Wikiki. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be seeing their match in the game number 4 of tonight.
Yep.
So actually looking forward to those guys because they are mainly picking up that name out of the Italian brain rot. So we're actually
Okay.
seeing the main players. I'm pretty sure there was super who was that? Or oh wait, Van Satoru was actually there, which was a former participant in the True International Season 1 representing Team Impurity India, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we're actually seeing those junglers, those players coming back, forming a new team for themselves, to come
Yep.
and compete for that international exposure.
Mm-hmm. And so yeah, we've we've yapped about a lot of things, and from an audience perspective, I feel like they are really eager to see the teams play because we have just been here for the past, 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. We've been like constantly yapping. But, you guys have to understand that we are still, waiting for the teams as well because actually, as Volty mentioned before, there was a walkover on the first game. So the game was supposed to start at 6:30. It was between Team 7. So Team 7, they got a walkover because the other team did not show up. As the schedule, we have to stick to it. So the second game probably starts around 7. So that is when the games begin, and that is when the teams are gonna get ready. They're gonna show up in the lobby and stuff, and that is when they're gonna play. So I feel like we still have to wait a little bit more and wait for the teams to show up. Then we can begin with the second game.
Yeah. But there's also a high chance we could also be seeing a walkover, but I'm not hoping for another walkover because the first game is already tainted and ruined, which kind of, brings down the hype. And we need to see the second game, good or bad, okay? Good or bad, the players, we need to see it happens because if it does not happen, I don't know once. It's gonna be quite an anticlimactic match. But I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure there are also, good teams that are gonna be coming up. We still have 2 games ahead of us. So if
Hmm.
it's not gonna happen now, then maybe at least the teams ahead of us can play as well. But as for now, we are still looking around the corner. But if I'm gonna be speaking about the scene of Indian tournament currently in India is just we do have tournament system being introduced as well, but it's kind of a bummer because you know mostly tournaments. I don't think Vista is going to be providing smaller organizations the diamond in the tournament lobby that is needed if they don't offer an INR price. There is a good side and a bad side of that. I'm pretty sure I could say
Hmm.
because as a growing esports community, we
Yeah.
have to force our players to show them that playing tournaments is actually rewarding, getting the extra bucks in their pockets. But other than that, smaller organization, they have to spend money from their own pockets to actually make those interesting tournament happen. But
Okay.
it's good for the players, but as you say, bad for the growing organization. They have to
Hmm.
come prepared if we want to set standards into the stage. But as of now, our way, Vista is going to be taking those initiative. And if you guys are wondering why, most likely it's kind of hard to get tournament lobby this time because of the new system bit set. But hopefully we are blessed that Vista could provide us one
Hmm.
Indian qualifiers.
Yeah. And Balti, I just got a little bit of an information from
Hey
the
yo.
man team. It seems like even the second game, which was supposed to happen, it is gonna be a walkover. So the first and second game, it's a walkover. So the team which is winning the walkover is Team Netumtado. So Team Senju is the team which lost because of the walkover. So I think this is it for me and you tonight. We
Yep.
had 2 games, together. We were supposed to cast, but boy, how unfortunate and how unlucky are we that we are just unable, to do that tonight. So it is gonna be a walkover for the second game as well. But guys, do not get upset because it's a walkover for you guys out there watching in the live stream right now, there's gonna be a giveaway coming very soon. So stay around, and the giveaway will it's gonna happen, and you might win as well. So yeah, and talking about the giveaway, you guys must be wondering how are we gonna win the giveaway, right? Right, Balti?
Yeah. How to win the giveaway? You guys just have to be active in the chat because we're using a Nightbot system where the Nightbot, automatically, filter out whoever is active, in the chat. If you're not, active in the chat. And when we say active in the chat is you guys got to keep, texting something. So the Nightbot is basically going to, track your, common log. And if you are active, it'll also boost a chance for you to actually get selected for the giveaway. So it's kind of like a win-win situation. The more active you are, the higher chance. And like the wheel giveaway, it's not
Yeah,
rigged. It's not rigged.
yeah. So guys, be active in the chat. Make sure to farm up your points, because if you're active in the chat, you're constantly, conversing, you're constantly watching the stream, so your points are gonna go up, and that is how you're gonna win the giveaway. So make sure you have higher points and higher chances to win the giveaway. So for now, I think it's just gonna be me and Bolty. So yeah, we're just gonna be, in the back watching, and I think a new set of casters is gonna come
Yep.
in
Our
quite a
new
bit,
set
right?
of our new set of casters is finally gonna make their debut. This is actually good because you guys have seen us a lot. I'm pretty sure you guys are tired of our faces anyways. But this time around gonna be a breath of fresh air. It's gonna be Debbie and Sebastian taking the stage. But even if we don't see webcams, but if we get webcams, the better for the audience as well. So with that being said, guys, we're gonna be coming back after a short break if the new set of teams are gonna collide for the next match. So catch you later.
responsible.
My will is strong.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is a new face you're going to be seeing. And welcome back to the Indian Qualifiers to True International Season 2. And this will be day one. But unfortunately for us, we were not able to see two of the games, the previous games, because obviously it was walkovers. So yeah, we will not disappoint this time around because this is going to be the match number tres. It's going to be match number three, and we're going to be seeing two teams who's going to be competing against each other in this BO1 knockout series. And the teams are going to be Determination Crew versus Achi Esports. And alongside me, who's going to be voicing this match is going to be Sebastian, and he's back. How do you feel, Sebastian?
I'm super excited on the on the Student International BV because talent is everywhere, and this is a platform to showcase that. And I've seen my fair share, but I'm yet to see. I thought I did see my fair share, but I'm just yet to see how promising these teams are in this tournament itself. So Debbie, let's go on, shall we?
Yeah, we need to go on. We need to move on to the drafting phase too. But the teams are fairly new to us, so it's gonna be something very unknown. We might not even know what we are gonna be expecting. So surprise is always a good factor, right? When you want to start and watch a tournament because you just want to choose who's gonna be your main support, who's going to be the team you are going to be supporting. So I want to see what these two teams will be bringing out because I'm fairly familiar with Achi Esports because they have been around in tournaments. But for Determination Crew, even the names as they are, determined to try to get this tournament. So it's going to be one heck of an interesting one. But yeah, before that, we always have to see what their matches are going to be. So let's wait and see when we are going to be starting. So.
Exactly. Debbie.
Yeah.
Debbie, I would say there's a lot of underdogs that prove themselves. They're slowly coming back up on their feet, and they're just players that we haven't really even, seen play or even seen them like drafting and stuff. So, looking at this stuff, maybe the determination may or may not know what actually esports will be able to do. So, the hard counters may come. Otherwise, it's gonna be a pretty much one-sided sport. Considering the fact that Aki has been in the platform for a long time as well.
Yeah, I think this is where we're gonna be seeing the determination and the style of these teams. But we are back. Not back. We are jumping into the drafting phase now. Determination here, where you have the first ban and first pick, so they're on the right. But look at me, the Kimmy taken away.
Oh, dude, after the revamp, she has gone completely bonkers. She's just a force that you cannot go against. Even in a 2v1, it's guaranteed she will either take you down or she's gonna take both of you down. So I think she really does deserve to be in the ban list, considering the fact that she now has CC skills, which I'm pretty pissed off myself as well.
Oh. I mean, you even never want to be like that. Preferably, you want to put it into the mid side because, this all season time around, mid laners have been sort of already into the level 2, right? So, Timmy fits perfectly better. But you know what's also not in the high crowd control capability of these people down, which I think what they are going to be taking it away. That's very understandable. Maybe, just maybe, they do want to go for the assassin with that right? In the last
Yes.
What a production, right? So, take it away.
Exactly. Exactly. Varang is he really cancels out the utility-based heroes like Lucas or even Alpha. They're able to deal damage, but he's always there to give a certain amount of stun time. And I though the little open windows that Varang can give, those are a little bit too open. The gaps are a little bit too wide on those windows. And it's pretty obvious that he's going to be in the ban list, considering the fact that he's also a huge menace to deal with in the EXP lane itself. And we do have two big bannouts in the determination crew here. I do love that.
I think it's a benefit, but I also think that it's quite early because Blue into the first week
Exactly.
you can keep your mate to the example,
going to be some really good front line that they're going to need now because Florin is there. She's going to be, guaranteed that group fights are going to be pretty, pretty piece of cake for the side of
Yeah.
Determination Crew.
Now,
Oh, this is lovely.
she looks harmless, right? Actually, like if you look at her, like Barbie light is so girly and stuff, but she's a threat if you compare it. If you combine it with a very high utility jungler at most, so she's more viable when she's put together with those utility jungles. So I think this is what determination are gonna go for. But when you pick one OP heroes into your start, you're gonna be giving away two. So Lucas Valentina together always have to be because you do not want to give out the Valentina when you have a Lucas, right?
Exactly. The IMU is a little too, how would I say? It's too overpowering. Even for someone who's the original owner of the skills, is just the fact that she can go tank and deal a huge ton of damage with the Thunderbelt, the Oracle, the brute force. It's not something you want to go against, and I do love the fact that they're putting that up because they're going to be able to copy up the global healing that Florin has as well. So, Lucas is on the bright side, a pretty good choice here for the side of Aki Esports. But Determination Crew not gonna back down. They do have the Gacha, but giving away the AOG a little too early on, I find that a little weird.
Yeah, I think they just want to rush down to secure their utility or a setter or a damage stroker as well, and Gato might have been the only choice that they have as of now. But yeah, like I mentioned, I think it's a little too early because they have the Valentina on the other side, which can always try to pick up the ultimate most of the time. And yeah, that's one big ultimate that they are giving away. But I do really love the Granger here because no matter what the nerf this guy received, it's just a nerf onto the mobility part, which can make up because he's got he's got support now, and Gato is always gonna be is just gonna be going into the XP, right? So they have a front line.
Exactly.
So they also have a heal. Oh,
Ooh.
what are we seeing?
No.
Layla.
Oh no,
Kill her
a
out.
range for a range. What the heck?
Okay.
A range for a range. Perfect, man. Like, I do love that she's so underrated, but the movement speed she gets from hitting the opponents with the Malefic Bomb, and then, the range from the ultimate skill kind of maybe securing kills, or maybe at least securing the buffs. Trying to steal that stuff. It's gonna be pretty wonderful to see that Layla might be the one carrying Aki Esports over here.
That I feel like they do really have a good and heavy frontliners onto the Lucas as well. So I think they just wanna, they just want to cooking something. But the ban is coming through for Aki Esports here. They took away the Julian because Julian and Florin combo is something that's usually normal. But I don't think the Determination Crew wanna go for the Julian here because Julian hasn't been in a meta for so long. It's just the last kind of option, and it's not that bannable as well. But I think they're cooking something here for us Aki Esports, so we'll never know what they're gonna be doing here because for Determination Crew now they have a ban set for this side. Will they go for the rumor ban? Wait, they have to ban the room, right? The tanky frontliners.
They do.
What are the Hylos?
And the thing about it is that Lucas is a flex pick, so they either need to figure out whether he's going to the jungle lane or he's going to the EXP. So that's pretty difficult for Determination Crew. But they ban out Carmilla. Okay, this is wonderful. Considering the fact that Lucas is not going to be able to, deal a ton of damage, that is going to be joined up. Considering the fact that he's going to be in the front lane most of the time, and with Valentina copying up that AOG, she's going to have a decent amount of front line there for Aki Esports, taking away that the Carmilla to link them up from all of that damage would be a pretty good idea as well. But they banned Suyu from the side of Aki Esports. Okay.
I think, at this point, they are just narrowing down the possibility of the jungle to be picked away by Determination Crew. Because as we can see the lineup, the roam is there, the XP is there, the marksman is already there, and I don't think they want to see any threat. I don't think they see any threat of a mate because they got the Valentina already. So what's going to be banned away is going to be the Tyrell for the side of Determination Crew. They do not want any heavy CCs because, yes, Roamer has to be banned away, but the Black Dragon is going to be appearing onto the side of Aki Esports here. So Lucas jungle, right?
Exactly. It's definitely got to be the Lucas jungle because Yu Zhong, man, the backlines, the way he targets the backlines is just beautiful. you just have heroes like these, like Lapu Lapu. You have Lapu Lapu. You have Gatot. You have Yu Zhong. These heroes, they're perfect for hitting the backlines. Even Basha in the EXP lane, he is not, it's not common to see that, but he's pretty good because he can go around the front line and just target the mages or the EXP's lane. Oh my goodness me! Okay, they're gonna be going for the
Oh,
Basha jungle to counter out that Lucas. This is gonna be pretty good. Okay.
I think it's interesting now for Determination Crew. Their lineup is kind of interesting because they won the way the draft was with the pick of the Baxia, but then again they pick out the Xavier against onto a Yuzhong, which is not gonna be the best part of the choices because if the Yuzhong plays so well, the Xavier might not be having the best of his time. But we cannot forget they have two frontliners now, and on top of that, a sustainer, a healer. So maybe they know what they're doing because their lineup is looking pretty solid. But for Aki Esports now, what should they be picking here? Because they got the XP, they got the jungle, the roamer is quite needed, but the options are limited though. Kufra?
Kufra. Okay. Wait, Kufra, I think maybe they're gonna be marking out that Granger as much as possible because they have to. Everyone else is dealing magic damage, and he's the only one. So Lucas, even Valentina, if he possibility that he's going to be playing tank Valentina, which is pretty strong in this meta right now, and the fact that Kufra and all, they're going to be focusing on the magic defense. Xavier's burst is something you do not want to look down upon or even take a guess about whether I should buy defense against Xavier. And the anti-heal coming up from Basha, come on dude, Lucas is gonna have a terrible time right there in the mid lane. Considering the fact that he can heal himself at the same time, and even the Florid adding up to all of those anti-heal immune, even for just 2 seconds, that's more than enough for heroes like Gatot Gacha and Basha to deal with Aki Esports. But we are yet to see. I am really excited, aren't you, Devi?
Yeah, I'm really, really excited what these teams are gonna be bringing out because, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into the Land of Dawn. Here we go. Determination Crew versus Haki Esports. And this may not be the first game today, but this is the first match that we're gonna be seeing. So let's see what the teams are gonna be bringing to us because you are tuning in into the True International Qualifiers Season 2 and the matches are starting and the hype is always gonna be there. But look at the Kufa though, he's just trying to give a beating.
I love that, I love that because the roamer in the early game, level 1, he's not going to be able to do much. So the only thing he's going to be able to do is give, the vision. But that might look a little bad for their side, but there we go. Okay, Xavier is not going to be able to deal much damage right now, so he's going to be saved a wee bit as well.
Yeah. I think Xavier now into the early game, it's all you have to do is just try to clear out the minions, even though it's gonna be
jump.
Oh, mid though.
But in mid lane, I think Xavier might be going down, but no, Valentina backs off. That was so close.
Oh my god, it was so close for comfort actually, but yeah, forced all the recalls, but no battles for baited out just yet, but still top lane though, maybe there might be something on to Mr. Super here, but you have to back away, so I feel like Aki Esports are playing this early game better than expected because when you see a Baxia and a Florian combination, you just want to see that the jungle potential is going to be higher. But look at
oh my goodness! Kufa with a beautiful jump coming up as well. Lucas trying to steal that kill, and he does get that as well. Layla getting that beautiful assist as well. Oh my goodness, this is pretty strong. You do not want to feed the Layla, dude. She's gonna be hitting you before you can even see her. And it's not a good look once again, Kufa. Beautiful jumps coming up by Aki Esports, man.
This is what you want to do on a Kufa, right? But the turtle is already up, but the Black Dragon?
Oh my... What the hell? There was a double AOG popping it off from both the teams as well. With Xavier trying to get that off, but no, he does not. And Valentina gets away instead. Basha dealing as much damage as possible, and he gets him. Yu Zhong is down, but I think the turtle goes to the hands Determination crew. That was a wonderful retribution by Basha, though. I did not expect that because the AOG connected.
Oh!
You know, on him as well. Oh my goodness, what?
Dawning light? Oh my god, that was superb. That was perfect. Super honest with the super dawning light, able to take the kills. So they won in the kills for determination. And Aki Sports, they had a good start, just taking out the Gwenta into the early game. But now they lose a little bit of their footing because I think determination. They know that their composition is made to go for the objective wise and not the heavy gangs. Because we can see the mid lane though, Valentina is just more capable in rotating first than the Java, but look at the
the flipper! Once again, Kufa, such a close call, for the side of Aki Esports, and there we have it. They're not going to be able to gank this out pretty soon over here. He does get that off, the Dawning Light dealing really huge damage, really wonderful damage for early game instead as well. Dragon might be looking pretty feisty here. I love the EXP lane because it's unexpected things happen.
Yeah.
Just like the Dawning Light taking away, the Valentina, it's like completely unexpected as well. We got 4-man coming up here. Kufa giving vision, wonderful vision on their side. Kufa being marked out here by Basha. Might not be a good spot over here. They must not, they cannot rush here. The person will rush. Because both the teams here, they're pretty balanced out, I would say. Despite the fact that, there's going to be a bit more magic damage on the side of Determination crew. I think maybe the only possibilities would be that Granger that he has to build up quick, he has to stack up quickly as well. He does have the Hunter Strike, which is going to be pretty strong. Once again, the AOG connects, but the retribution, Lucas is stealing it away once again. Might be in trouble, and there we go. Granger does get down as well. Florin getting taken down. There's no healer for their team. There's no healer, and I think they might be able to get away. And they do. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful stun coming up by Xavier, but I don't think that's going to be enough to kill them as well. Kufa getting away. No, he does get that in fact. Kufa so close to being taken down. Once again, the Dawning Light. Oh my, the accuracy on this guy, dude, again.
Oh, another?
Wow. Coming up from Gatot Gacha was more than enough for the Dawning Light. Used onto their team and Determination crew, popping it off. They kind of, fell back a wee bit there, but then again, they're back on their feet.
Yep, and they're back on their feet, definitely. Because I thought that if you have a Xavier, right, when you get the talisman, you might be able to play the team as long as you have a Xavier in the middle, are able to do something. But apparently,
oh man. I would say, Kufa has been pretty accurate so far, but I guess everyone would say, the range, especially Franco players would be like, oh no, my Iron Hook did not hit, I just need a little bit more range, show you, if only it was a little bit longer. Oh, that was so close. Lucas' buff almost stolen by the Dawning Light once again. I think this is the second time he's almost successfully taken it.
Yeah, he must be really comfortable on this here, right? Because you might not be able to do so even if you are not getting scammer. So, AOD though.
Oh no! Oh my! Once again, taken down. Valentina, the close call. Oh my goodness, they're not going to be able to, make the plays now as the AOG copy is not going to be, used on their advantage as well, but Yuzhong taking as much advantage as possible. Might be able to push this, but no, they are able to rotate as quickly as possible as well. Yuzhong might not be able to get away, but okay, the dragon form is able to save. Oh, not good thing here! Being forced to use that flicker once again. But I think it's going to be an easy turtle for their side. Ranger might be taken down, but the Flask of Oasis saves his life. Once again, on a pretty close call catch, that could have been really, hurtful to the Determination crew because they need Ranger. AOG connecting onto nobody there, but I think that was a close call. They need to defend that turret, man.
Yeah, they have to defend the turret, but still, I think there's a lot of compensation for both of these teams up and down wherever they go, but they still, for Determination crew, they still hold on to this golden tower here, so there's gonna be a little bit of gain for them, but the lose is for them again into the mid side because this mid lane cover taken away opens up a lot of maps, a lot of visions for the
Oh, look at Kufa! No, he misses the jump. That could have been a beautiful play with none of the opponents. They do not have any purify, and I'm pretty shocked that Thorn did not get purify, because if she does get caught by that Kufra, it's game over for the whole team. Just as the Kufa that they've lost, Dragon being taken down here. Pretty beautiful Rhapsody coming up from the Granger instead, and they do lose the bot lane again. I think that's gonna be a good trade.
Yeah, it's just, there's just, I think that the way the domination is happening, there are just not much to take any chances, but mid lane though, maybe they're just gonna disengage here, just find that, a little bit of discipline here up and top as well. I think them losing out the mid lane might be a little bit of a miscalculation for their side as well, because they the turtle instead. I think the build's coming through for the center already, but 3 builds, I think they just wanna, survive a little bit of one that's gonna be for that side of Aki Esports, so maybe it's just
get out. Oh, okay, the force being forced out here for Lucas. Not being able to get that. In fact, he does get away, but here dealing so much damage and flow for the side of the Termination crew. But the Flicker saves that Cooper from a possible outcome that could have really destroyed our esports here. But once again, the stuns coming up from Xavier. It's too much, They cannot be having a lot of die heroes and Xavier, which is one of those heroes that, cancels out a lot of, ganking plans that the team Aki can do, but they will have the distribution battle coming up here. So close. They do get the Lord though. I really like that, Layla tried her best to get that.
I think it's just more about you more than but I think this might be the better setup for the Nathan crew, because they did successfully baited out the beast farm in order the Lord was perfectly spawning on time, and they as well. And now they're gonna be taking away a lot of structures there. They have the goal lead here, and most importantly, they're rendering. But look at that, and the mid side
Maybe there's a possible way. Cooper coming up. Oh my goodness! Walker is taking down the castle. Taking there for his team with a beautiful double kill as well. But he's going to finally be taken down here. Ranger is up with a beautiful shutdown for their team as well. Oh my gosh, determination crew. What a beautiful AOG. What a beautiful American fight man is that one? Oh, so close for the team. 10 minutes. The shield has popped up. Okay, at least it's not 12 minutes, so they might be able to at least defend up their their turret. And there we go. Flooring once again the gear fight. Not able to be used here. Using flex. Oh my goodness. The essence. The essence of the Black Dragon kills instead. Okay, that is a really good defense coming up from Aki Esports. I didn't expect that, but they did lose out just one turret, and it was a really good, possible, the only good possible outcome that could have happened, because they were wiped out, and they could have lost maybe 2 at least, but I think that was, more than enough.
I think at this point, Determination Pro, they can take it very slow. They can wait for the Lord into the 1 minute, and they can try to farm their defense, because I think he's still gonna be, even though he's already a threat for the side of Aki Esports, he's not gotten the damage required to be able to be the biggest threat for them as well. So I think they're playing this so good, because he's the main damage dealer, even though with the 2 that's already into his hands. It's just that but still.
Exactly. Oh my god. Did you see that? Perfect position. The Granger saw him, and the moment he saw the Granger and the rest following him up, he just had to run away from that. There was no escape. There was no way Lucas could have gotten out of that. He noped out of that real quick.
I mean, when you already take out the structures, right? You saw your opponent and he's never gonna be alone, especially the marksman, right? So forced to go out, don't take dominance, I think that he's gonna be giving Unit G just a little bit of damage though, but perfect.
Exactly, you know, this is gonna be the Lord that's determined whether RT Esports falls, Black Desert Falls coming up as well. The AD connects onto Inatali as well. But there we go, the Sonic Light comes in, Stranger healing off beautiful and wonderful damage on theirs instead. Florin healing up as much as possible, and there we go, there we have it. The heal that is gonna be the one issue for RT Esports, and once again they've done it. You know, I have to say the anti-heal with their healing is a little too much in fact, and this is gonna be taken down here. Donnie like, no, Donnie like, this is great here. Gets him with a beautiful Death Sonata as well. Luis Mela is the only one that's defending, but no, it's not enough. We're gonna be able to take this down, and Determination Crew takes the win. That was the lineup was completely on the side of Determination Esports. They had the anti-heal, and they had the heal, and they had the the wonderful passive that Florin has over the fact that she can immune anti-heal for 2 seconds. That 2 seconds is way more than enough for the side of Determination Crew to make a beautiful play like this.
I think this is just the way the lineup was just too better for the side of Determination Crew, and I think at least where they do not, they should not have went to contest onto that Lord, because unfortunately for them, even though it was a little bit late, they had the way to try to clear up, because it was not even an Wolf Lord. They were able to, they also had to inhibit its own lead, even though it's still standing weakly, it's still there, so they could have waited for it, but resting out a little bit is just gonna be your downfall at one point, and I can see what's happening for the side of of Aki Esports. But Determination, they played so well, like you mentioned. Sustain is there, damage is there onto the Grantor too, and definitely the Xavier as well, but there's also the NT heal. No need to build the dominance when you have a Buxia. So this is what Determination Crew are showing us. So they looks like they're gonna be shining quite a lot, and they look perfect for me.
Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally done with the third round, sadly, and this is the only match that has started yet, or isn't it, Debbie?
Yeah. All our
Yeah, but there is one left, guys. So stay tuned, because it's gonna be a pretty short break here for the next teams are ready, and they're gonna be battling it out for the slot over here. And so, guys, see you guys soon, I would say. Yeah. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, what is up? We are back with True International. This is gonna be the fourth match. I'm gonna be a caster for the evening for the final match here. It's gonna be Sebastian, and I have with me a wonderful guy too. It's gonna be Champ. So, Champ, how are you? How are you excited for this last
Yeah, of
match
course.
here?
I have been very excited for way too long now. I could only watch the True International season one. I'm really glad that finally I'm also able to like take part in this casting these
Hey,
games
let's
alongside with you
go.
guys.
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go. It's gonna be my first time here as well, so let's go, both of us, yay! And I've seen the season ones as well, and the show promise. The teams are so wonderful, and they're using plays that I haven't seen before. And I'm
Yeah,
expecting the same here in season two as well. But then again, they are proving it right. Just the very first match on this day one as well, in a sense. The third match was the day one due to the walkovers. But then again, that was one hell of a play coming up from Determination Crew. And right now, champ, we're gonna have. If I am pronouncing this right, I am sorry if I mispronounce it, but it's gonna be Waikiki or Wikiki versus New Generation esports. Now, these two teams I have not heard of yet, but they're going to be giving us one hell of a show, isn't it?
yes, man. Massive shout out to that player that was playing Katotkaka from the EXP last game. I saw a freaking 5-man AOG. That was
Yeah,
awesome. I hope we can see something from the teams that we have on our hands currently, Wikiki and New Generation. I
exactly.
think they can also show us something really exciting. I'm
Mhm.
really like hyped up for this.
Most definitely, dude. And there's it's plays like that that makes the game wonderful to us players. It's certain moments in life where you're playing the game and it starts to get good. You did some
Yep.
play and it brought you the victory because of that one single move that you make. There's some moves like that, just like the 5-man combo there that
Yeah, that
Gato
was a
did.
magical moment, to say
That
the
was
least.
a truly magical moment. It's plays like that that truly root us into the game. Mobile Legends, dude. It's come on, man.
Yeah,
I've
that's
been
why
at
we
it.
keep on playing this toxic game, even though like in solo queue, we keep on playing this, hoping for to get one of those magical moments each day. That's how we live life, playing Mobile Legends in solo queue.
Exactly. So on to it. We do have Wikiki going for the Fovius ban. Okay, this is looking pretty good. I think they're gonna be going for maybe the Joy. It could be going for the Padang as well. It's a possibility that Wikiki are gonna be able to do anything here. But then we have the Matilda ban coming up. I would say she's currently the queen of mobility at this point.
Probably she's
Matilda and
the
always a
top
ban
roamer
list.
right now in the current meta, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Exactly, it's really weird that a support is the most banned and the most used in the top the leaderboards of the best heroes here. It's pretty weird, but I
Yeah,
do love
exactly.
that.
Her kit is just way too good to be true almost most of the time.
She has CC, she has assassin burst early game, she has shield regeneration that when you top it off with the favor
Oh,
roam, it gives you heal. Oh, they ban out a Badang.
yeah, Badang is pretty
Okay.
obvious these days. These teams are always banning out Badang or
Exactly.
mostly like picking him.
Mm, I think he's not a situational hero like most people are. He's just one of those heroes you can pick in every single match that you want, and still make it through because he's Badang, man. Come
Yeah,
on.
he's a pretty good all-round pick overall. You can use him as
Exactly.
roam, you can use him as exp. It's still gonna work out.
Exactly. And oh, we do have a Fanny being banned out here by New Generation Esports. Okay, they do not want to, deal with the burst here coming out from Fanny, even though she did get the nerf,
Yeah.
like just by they did touch her damage though. That's something that I really like, but
Yeah,
they just
they
nerfed her
kind of
energy.
reduced the damage from the ultimate, but if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, or if my memory like is not that bad, I think that Fanny ban was targeted towards Van Satoru, who
Yeah.
showed us in previous tournaments that he can use that Fanny pretty well. If my like memory is like serving me right, I
No, no,
think he's
you
the
are right.
jungler.
You are right. Like it's even though the alt was like kind of reduced to ashes, I would say, because right now you can only use it to change your direction for your cables. Oh my goodness me! I think they might be going for the Bashir roam over here, YKK, banning out the Kalia and even the Kimi from New Generation Esports. I do love that. She's not even a new hero at this point. But then again, the revamp makes her like a new hero,
So
and with
Kimi,
very limited nerfs as well, I would say.
I mean, Kimi is really versatile, so that ban really makes kind of
Mhm.
sense. Like, if the team picks Kimi, you are kind of unsure on the draft that whether
Exactly.
they're gonna be a Kimi mid or a Kimi golden. So like that ban kind of makes sense.
Fasha, okay, she is a real. I think she's probably in the top three.
She's
Right now.
Parker is an absolute powerhouse to say the least. The highest burst in the game, I would say.
With level 2, dude, she can just melt down HPs of whoever, even tanks, dude. So like, I think she's.
I don't
really
enjoy
strong.
roaming against that bird.
And the blind woman, dude. She's blind. She deals so much damage. I think maybe they didn't put an indicator in her, her blindfold, so she can just deal whatever damage that she wants. But okay, we do see a Harrods being picked out here, with Lucas being open as well. I still do see a Florin being picked open. So I think maybe New Generation Esports, could possibly pick that up because Gatot is a flex pick as well.
Or oh yeah, right on money, Sebastian. Big points to you, I guess. I don't know at this point, so you can redeem them, but big points towards you.
Wait, I was talking about Florin. They picked Florin, dude. Let's go. Okay, this is looking pretty smart here because Gatot, a really wonderful. His durability is pretty strong as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think last game we saw the combo of a Gatot paired with Florin,
Yeah.
right? I think
Yeah.
these teams are like watching that match probably.
They want that front line to stay for as long as possible because there is a Basha and a Lucas as well. These two are powerhouses, man. And the fact that maybe even Lucas could be going to the EXP lane, that's pretty unsure of for New Generation
Yeah, I'm
Esports.
kind of unsure. They have like too many flex picks there, except for the Harry. Baksha can be flexed into jungle, XP, or roam. Like that's one hero,
Exactly.
3 roles can be filled, right? And this
Oh,
Lucas
man.
also can go to like two freaking roles.
Exactly.
Oh, look at that Xbox ban. That's pretty good if you're like picking up two frontliners like Lucas and Baksha.
Oh, that is wonderful. Oh, you don't want to go against an Xborg right now, man.
Yeah.
You pick a all 5 tank team, and then they pick Xborg, and it's done. You're gone, dude. The true damage is
Xbox
just
is one of my go-to
too
these
much.
days because like right now everyone is abusing Gato,
Mhm.
this Lucas and Badang. So Xbox is one of my go-to heroes for that to counter those kind of bombs. It's pretty solid.
Okay, I do see an Angel band coming up from New Generation Esports
Oh.
as well. I like that. You don't want to mess with a Angela paired up with a
I
really
mean,
meta hero.
if I'm like playing Florin, sometimes I kinda lose to an Angela because the Angela paired up with something from that like jungle, they target me too much on the Florin, and I get busted too easily. But let's talk about that Louis ban. I'm no surprises from the enemy side. They don't wanna deal with any of that, I'm guessing.
Most definitely. Oh, dude, the dispersion, man. It's too much damage
Yeah,
at
that
this point. But
diversion play it can
Mhm.
it can be too much. If the Louis player is good, unlike the ones you get in your solo queue, you're gonna be having some difficulty in your jungle.
Okay, Wikiki here. They've banned out the Moscow, the one hero that is pretty good against, pretty decent, and toe-to-toe with Harris in the early game as well, especially in the early game, because he can easily dodge with, Harris. In the first kill that he has, it's a
That's
huge
Abyss
amount of
Walker.
damage as well.
Yeah, that's Abyss Walker. I think the first kill.
Yes. Ibis Walker, it's pretty strong. I would say like over the fact that he's got to be able to dodge the Harris, so they don't want that. They want the Harris to be farmed, and it's gonna be pretty good here for their side. But New Generation, I would say carry is still open.
Carry, I think it can be a Melissa coming up as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think Melissa is like really strong. I think the strongest matchup you can have against a Harry, I think it is Melissa. Oh, a Lancelot being picked up against a Gato and and an Alpha.
I think maybe they're gonna be focusing on that Farsha now. That's pretty smart thinking, but then again, Lance is kind of a situational. I would say he's not in the medal list, but if you can play him well, and the roamer does a pretty good job, Lance is gonna be pretty strong over here.
Yeah, like speaking of that, also they have the peel from Gato, they have the healing from Thorin. So I'm kind of like, I don't know, but this is Van Satoru we are talking about. We have seen him make wonder plays before. Let's keep
Exactly.
an eye on that Lance.
Oh, okay. Valentina is being picked out. So the AUG, the hero
No, I
coming
think
up
it's
from
gonna be the
Florida.
feathered airstrike mostly.
Most probably, yeah. The AUG maybe because you have to get that feathered airstrike out of the group fight as much as possible, because that's gonna be the one that deals
You might be
just
onto
too much
something.
damage to Bashan as well, and
Yeah,
Lucas.
you
Yeah,
might be onto something. You might be onto something. I like that idea actually. Oh,
you know.
they are gonna be going with. Never mind. They're thinking carry or with.
Melissa, Carrie, even Nathan at this point is possible because you can kind of immune the damage coming up from Lucas as well, and his new passive is pretty good. I really like it. I really love the fact that they reworked that.
I mean,
Garethel,
we are not gonna be seeing a Nathan. It's there comes the Eritreal, which is a pretty good all-round pick, I would say. Right? You can go like defensive and offensive with that hero, so pretty solid.
truly, she's the true definition of run and gun. I love that.
More like run and
She's run-
crossbow, but we get the point.
There we have it, guys. The lineups from both the teams are finally done as well. Now we're gonna see who's gonna be, coming out of the top over here, because these two teams' lineups are pretty legendary, I would say, because both are evenly balanced out, man, according to live seal and things. But I think maybe the only issue is gonna be Florin there with her heal. That's gonna be their main issue, and they have an alpha to true damage dealing. A hero like that is not someone you want to mess around with.
Yeah, Alpha paired up with any support, it's pretty strong, I would say.
Mobile Legends.
Yeah, like the HP bar just
5
disappears.
seconds till the enemy reaches
And
the
like straight up,
battlefield.
there goes the
Smash them.
flower onto Alpha.
All troops deployed.
Dawn. When both the teams are starting out in the EXP lane as usual, because they have to make their way to help the gold lane for the late game to come, because I think the Pinkman here, or even Life is a Meme, they're going to be the ones to truly carry the game later on stages, I would say.
Yeah, late game is for late game. Let's talk about the marksman later. I think we can take a look at the XP lane. There's anime showdown going on there, almost kind of.
Oh my goodness me! Okay, I think they're kind of maybe even the match. No, I would say that he has a flicker, but
I
okay, he does
mean,
get away.
no, I know that matchup. It's in Lucas's favor. Like Lucas does too
Yeah.
much damage for no reason. He needs a nerf for sure.
And the disrupt on his first kill, dude, it's so
Yeah.
annoying when you're trying to use a purify, you just can't because it's cancelled out. It shows that it's cancelled out, man. When you're trying
He
to
has
use
a
it.
CC immunity and he can
Oh
cancel
my
your
God,
CC
walk
immunity.
in. The level 4 is ready, Alpha, and a spear strike not going up. Oh, he does. He waits for the flicker, and with a beautiful timing, gets that beautiful first blood for his team as well.
Yeah, we see a
Oh,
beautiful pick
dude.
off coming up from Alpha, so that definitely gonna be give them an upper hand towards the gold lane where that Hadith is already behind. Irithil is gonna scale up pretty nicely. I think that was a pretty good gank from the side of New Generation.
Exactly. And I would say, Gatot and Lance are. No, sorry. Yeah, actually, Gatot and Lance are. What would I say? These two are gonna be kind of a menace, because the fact that he's gonna be able to dash around and Gatot might not be able to taunt him for the retribution. That could be an issue over here, considering the fact that if he's gonna be able to dash out pretty soon, in a sense, he's pretty quick with that feat.
Absolutely. And here we see the first turtle being spawned onto the lineup Dawn. This is gonna be contested for. I don't see Lance around, but here comes Alpha.
Wait for his red buff here, and I think maybe New Generation might be willing to take this quick. Otherwise, they're not really
I
able
think
to.
they do not know the info, so they are also like playing it kind of safe. Alpha going for the blue buff, I see. So like the turtle is not gonna be fought for. Never mind. They're in kind of like two minds. Here comes the Lance. Van
There we have
Satoru.
it, retribution. Lancelot leaves, but he gets the retribution. Onto the turtle, they get that on their feet, but Lucas will be going down once again. Florin trying to heal as much as possible is taken away instead. And there we have it, Alpha. Oh my goodness me, the damage from Lucas and the Lancelot. And I
No
think this
matter
is
how
what...
much you are healing, you cannot out hit 4 people at once.
Oh man, that was pretty nasty combo coming up. A Lancelot, you know the phase that he has, the stacks that are gonna be pretty advantageous here because Alpha will not be able to sustain much. He's gonna be focused on damage because he's gonna be having healers around almost all the time here. And the feathered airstrike does pop in for Valentina, and looks like Farsha might be in trouble here, but third is saved instead. Harris looking like he
Meanwhile, action towards the gold lane.
might be able to get this, but Florin is always there. He has to back off. The heal from Florin is not something to joke around with.
Yeah, absolutely not. Florin heal is just too much. Also, like, he has an anti-heal effect. Sorry, she cancels out anti-heal effect. Ooh, speaking of Florin, here comes Van Satoru. Picking up Florin, already double kill for him. Can he escape? He can indeed.
Oh no! He's not to be able to escape. The heavy crossbow deals a huge ton of damage with Harris here coming up with a beautiful ultimate skill. Getting ready here. He gets the Pinkman away from the fight there. They need that absolutely. Harris has already lost a lot of gold here. Gatot is going to be the one who's being taken down here. No, he gets away. He gets away from that, and I think Harris might be the one to be taken down instead. Yes, it does.
So much back
dude.
and forth place, and I'm kind of surprised how Agni was able to like escape that. That was really well played from the Gato player.
Exactly. That was wonderful. He was
Yeah,
probably,
not-
just giving up and just moving to the left, maybe. But then again, he survived.
Oh,
Oh,
left.
goodness me, the damage. The full stack damage, dude, on Lancelot.
Oh yeah, Lance knows exactly what he's doing. He's not gonna be giving a easy time towards that Florin. He ignores his blue buff and he straight away goes to like pressure the Florin. This guy knows how to play the jungle role to
There we have it. Once again, the AOG pops on, but the retribution used up to take that instead. And there we go. Alpha goes down. Not really a fruitful turtle here for the side of New Generation. Pinkman is going to be forced away from that fight as well. Oh my goodness. Abyss is taken down by Farsa and the Feathered Airstrike as well.
Yeah, that was off-screen kill. I think the Farsha taking down Bakshia. I would say both of these teams are like still in equal footing in terms of the game right now. It's gonna be big. Whichever team loses the mid lane tower now, they're gonna be the one in disadvantage, I think.
It opens up so much of the map, dude, and you lose a lot of vision. You don't want to lose that mid. Maybe the bot lane or the top lane is fine, but the mid is it's too precious, dude, for your team.
Yeah, mid is too precious, and meanwhile,
Another airstrike pops in, and I think they might be able to get this, and there we go. Oh my, the copier gets killed off, and once again, Lancelot might be onto something here, but he gets away from that instead. Lucas popping in here, and he might be able to get this, but no! The turret damage takes him down instead as well. Irisel with the flicker, and I think, that was a pretty good choice, for a spell there. He's able to get away from that, and get away once again. Lancelot gets that Florin out of the group fight again. Lance looks like he's gonna be in trouble here, and he's definitely down out of the map as well.
yeah, as much as I love the plays coming in from Van Satoru here, I think sometimes going in that aggro is not that good. But never mind, he has a team. Here comes Harry cleaning up another kill on that Gato.
Oh, dude. Lancelot's truly marking that floor, and Floor's not able to do anything. He's kind of saving that flicker for a crucial moment as well, and for that, Lance dealing a lot of damage with the ice distribution. You're not gonna run away. You're gonna be forced to use that flicker, and it's proving to be quite a menace for both Farsha and for the Florin there on the side of New Generation Esports.
Okay, as we see the third turtle now being walked on. none of our teams are like that interested towards the neutral. I think they're going for a fight. Here comes the Bakshia. He might be in trouble
Looking
now.
good. Boscia, he gets there. I think Florin might be forced to use the ultimate. He does. The anti-heal. Not going to be able to help out here. Marge and Lucas deals a good amount of damage as well, but they don't have enough HP. Paris makes a close call there with a beautiful kill on the side of Gatot as well. They do secure the turtle.
Yeah, not only they do secure the turtle, his name might be Life is a Meme, but he's not a meme. He's getting the kills. He's farming up really nicely. Meanwhile, action towards the top lane.
Oh, dude, that was so close. Once again, he might be able to dash, but no, I think maybe Farsha is kind of waiting for that as well. They're able to push that out. Oh, he gets it. He does. He does dashes in to get the mage out, and I think this is a pretty good choice because now they don't have someone who can clear out the minions from a good distance here. And there
Now
we go.
they do not have any
There,
waves there with that Farsha
as well. Alpha coming in, Turtle. That's right, the turret is taken down instead, and I don't think it's going to be working out for his team, and he does. Lucas gets the kill on him instead, and there we have it, the double kill on their side. That is what we were looking for, and that's what he gets. The double kill on their side as well. Valentina, that was a pretty good choice there, and I think he gets the
They have something personal against that Florin and Farsha, I would say. They are sacrificing their own bodies to take down the Valentina and Florin every single time. They see the Valentina or Florin, jump, jump, jump.
Yo, Basha got saved by the golden, the golden shield.
Really?
That was so close. Dude. I was so glad he must be so glad the minion was there attacking the turrets. Otherwise, he was definitely, taken down by that Gacha. But I think
that was a holy blessing indeed, but in favor of the other team, sadly.
Oh man. I would say, I don't think that new generation is lacking at all in the lineup, but I think it's the execution of who's supposed to be going in first. They're kind of, waiting or trying to come in like one by one.
Yeah, yes. I was talking about that big AOG, remember? We didn't see any of that this game. I think that is what the new generation team needs. A big AOG coming in from Agni, and they can probably do something from there. Meanwhile, some action happening mid lane. Here comes Bakshia rolling. Never mind.
Iruthel has a really good amount of damage as well. He just needs to mark out either,
the Lord, already on to freaking 2/5 of its HP. The Lord.
Good. I think oh my goodness, okay, the retribution wonderfully lands on the turret there for Lancelot as well, but the red team looks like it's not gonna go down easy here. Lucas dealing a huge ton of damage and scaring off the team as well. Iruthel might be going down to the hands of Lucas here. Basha making sure.
There goes down the marksman. But the Farsha survives on the top. But here goes the Lance once again, making it personal against that Thorin. Yeah.
Dude.
Can we just talk about how good Van Satoru is with that lance, executing his retribution every time, pitch perfect.
And he's a situational hero right now because according to the meta, you can't really deal.
Whoa! Speaking of Van,
then we have it. A feathered airstrike pops in, and the only way to save themselves is gonna be that. And Lucas uses the freeze, and he gets the Farsha instead as well. Iruthel goes down to the hands of Lancelot. And it's just down to the Lord and the crystal being taken down here instead as well. And there we have it.
Maniac from Van.
Oh my! He got a maniac. Oh my goodness! What a beautiful way to end this.
I did tell you guys keep your eyes peeled up for Van Satoru. I have watched him before, and yeah, you guys can see why. He not only on the game, he was too aggressive for my liking sometimes, but we can see why he was that aggressive always, because he has the skills to back it off. He can do the retreat, he can chase away enemy backline, he can get a maniac. Give him the savage. The next game we are watching Van, give him the savage. Come on.
I have to say, as I was saying, Lancelot is kind of a situational hero in the fact that he was able to get a lot of the backline here, because there was a lot. There was the Iruthel, there was also the Farsha and the Florin as well. 3 heroes that he can mark, and he executed it perfectly. I would say, man, hats off to Waikiki for this match. That was pretty good. But then again, New Generation, they did try their best. They did, they did have a pretty good lineup though. It's just, I think the
The
execution from the
execution
side
kind
of
of lagged,
Waikiki was
I
much
would
better.
say. They were like all going in one by one and
Yeah,
not
exactly.
have that much synergy. Meanwhile, I think I was hyping up Lance that much always, but it's not only Lance, by the way, guys. It's also his team.
Yeah.
Like life is a meme on that Harith always
Oh, yes.
coming in clutch and cleaning up the mess that Lance was kind of starting. And not only him, like this EXP and Lucas, he also played really good. So massive shout out to them as well.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are done for the evening as well, as that was the final match. Guys, stay tuned because this is not the end. This is just the start. There are way more games to play and a lot more interesting, plays to even experience and to watch. It's I don't know, man. True international, they've done it again, dude.
Once again, massive
Once again.
hats up. We need to take our hats up to our management team, man, for organizing this wonderful event. I would say.
100%, dude. 100%, guys. Stay tuned, guys. Do like the share.
Yeah, do
Like and
like,
share
do
the
share.
stream.
Also, remember there is a diamond giveaway going on in the chat. So guys, go and chat something. So something like how about you guys go and tell us how stupid this caster champ looks. Go and do something in the chat.
Go do that. Well, anyways, guys, see you soon. We will get you guys on the next day. Thank you so much, guys, for coming up.
Good night, guys.